I'm noticing the invite list. It's all like the prominent people and your mama and them and people you know, and it's all people on your same economic level. And he said this is just you have them over, and then next week they have you and Sally over, and y'all just playing ping pong back and forth. He said this ain't real. He said if your house is just the same kind of people, and nobody who really needs God is coming in, those who don't know God, he said if all you want to invite is just the people who got a little money and drive well and wear well, he said there's a problem here. He is looking at the man's invite list. He's looking at the people in the room, and he said this is not the kind of party I want to be at. So this is not the kind of party I ordained. This is not the kind of church I ordained. It's not the kind of church I want to hang in. If everybody in here thinks that it is well and they just at the top of the world and they ain't got no worries and they really don't need God, but they just here, that ain't the kind of house I want to be in. He said, but if the house is like this, if the house is full of this, but when you give a banquet, invite who? All right, so break that down. Break that down. Go down as far as you can with that. The poor, the crippled, the lame, and the blind. So when you throw a party, that's your invite list. When you throw a party, those are the ones you're going after. He said, as the church of Jesus Christ, that's what I want my house full of. Because if you throw a party just for the saved, sanctified, and on their way to heaven crowd, he says, I don't have time for that party. Because that's the party where everybody's fighting for a good seat. He said, but when you throw a party, when you put the invite list out, invite the lame. Invite the lame, those who have been lame by circumstances in life. Invite those who are crippled. Been crippled by their experience, been crippled by their past. They've been in and out of prison, and so people invite those that society is looking down on. Invite those who are in recovery and trying to get off the drug habit. Invite those who used to walk the streets at night and sell their body. Invite those who used to rob people and jack their cars. Invite those who have been through divorce and all kind of pain and trauma. He said, invite them to the party. Because if they're not invited to the party, it ain't the right party. He said, I'm looking at the crowd. Beautiful people. High-standing people. He said, but I'm looking for the broke man, the poor man, the crippled man, the lame man. Now he knows that just, I'm looking right now at a church full of folk who used to be poor, broke, lame, and crippled. Now, the fact that you may no longer be poor, broke, lame, and crippled, doesn't mean that you now look down on anybody else who now is broke, lame, or crippled. What it really should mean is that you ought to be the one who really opened the door for them and say, I used to be where you are. I know what you're going through. So he says he's changing the invite list. He's changing the invite list. Are you, again, ladies and gentlemen, when you read the Bible, please put yourself in the story. Don't just read it. Jump in it. Jump in it. So right now, I'm there. I'm at the house. Right now, I'm at this house. I'm watching this happen. I'm there at the Pharisees' house. I'm at the dinner. And I saw Jesus heal the man. And I saw how they looked at him. I'm at the dinner. I saw him as he talked about them fighting for seats. And I'm watching this getting uneasy in there. And now I'm there and I'm listening to him. He's saying this is the wrong crowd. Wrong crowd. He said, you invited all these people when you should have invited the hurting, the poor, the lame, the crippled, the halt.